Hey, hello again. Here we go with the long-awaited part two of Zoo Animal on Wheels. This week I thought I'd focus on some recent 45 finds. I had quite a few here, and I tried to be organised and put them in chronological order, which kind of nicely show the progression of UK popular music, well, UK and US American popular music. So let's start off with a nice find, which is, I think, not the original, clearly. It hasn't got the yellow squiggly line through it. It's in super minty shape. I think it's the 1970 repro of the rock and roll belter here, Lights Out. I remember this from seeing Dr. Feelgood live back in the day. They used to cover it. But yeah, sources tell me, thank you, Madam Sin, that the Rebenak here quoted is in the songwriting credits is no less than Dr. John, who I think was an in-house session musician guitar when he started out, but yeah, clearly moved on to piano. But yeah, he's the Mac Rebenak here on quotes. But yeah, great rock and roll belter with Jerry Lee Lewis-esque piano keyboard poundings. I don't know this at all, but I just picked it up because it looked cool and I put it in a Decca sleeve. It's I think it's pretty pop ballady, but it's Mike Preston. I just like it because it's a single-sided demo sample on Decca, so worth picking up. 1959. That was originally 1958, I guess. Churning through the gears here quickly, so I've got about 30 to show here. For Brits, will know this one. Steptoe Sun were the kind of English counterparts to the American Sanford and Son, sort of grouchy old dad and Lothario son, always failing dismally with the birds. But here they are doing a stand-up performance at the Royal Variety Show back in 1963 or something. Yeah, when I have a DJ, that would be a cool one to sample. We all know this one, vocal, the Dixie Cups, Chapel of Love. Just liked it because it's a nice classic all-girl group thing. Another British show which had several iterations. In the original 60s, it was the Bon Gal Honor Blackman and pervy Patrick McNee in the background there doing the lovely Kinky Boots. This is probably from around, I'm guessing, mid to late 60s, 65, 66 originally. But this is a repro edition which was done nicely a few years ago. Yeah, campy TV theme, 60s style. We know immediately if it's Fontana, it's the 60s, it's probably the Trogs. With a Girl Like You, lovely mono Fontana, came in the right bag as well, straight off the bat. As did this one, Small Faces. The Decca ones are rarer than hen's teeth these days. The immediate ones you see out there, even with a nastily written on sleeve here, but Lazy Sunday, great. As Your Bert's Lumbago, all that kind of Cockney banter, nice. And again, with the Small Faces, you get great B-sides here, right? So this was Rolling Over B-side. Kind of got a swath, so moving rapidly on, that's about what, 1968 or so for the Small Faces. Moving on to the other side of the pond. I love a bit of Tony Joe White, best known for his Polk Salad Annie, which was covered famously by Mr. Presley. But again, bit of genuine swamp rock stuff from a guy who grew up probably picking cotton in Louisiana or whatever. Tony Joe White. I think the A side is this one, Groupie Love. Passed her around like a spare joint, but yeah, the lyrics don't date well. B side is again the High Sheriff of Calhoun Parish. I guess in Louisiana they have, or New Orleans, they have these parishes in terms of dividing the city up. Again, another nice one. Again, I thought it was the original, but it's not. It's a reissue. Nevertheless, very good combination tracks on this New York Dolls phonogram. You know it's British because of the injection moulding thing. So Jet Boy, A side, and then I think the original had Vietnamese Baby on the B side, but this one has got again pretty decent tracks. Babylon and Who Are the Mystery Girls. So it just arrived in the shop and I snapped it up immediately. Nice to have that one. Put your fingers in your ears if you don't want to fuck me, fuck off. Electric Chairs. Don't know why that was so controversial at the time. Half. But this is what, 1977 or so. Wayne County famously, got to stop saying famously, went on to become Jane County, I think, as Shahi transitioned. But yeah, it's quite boogie woogie-ish actually, the piano on this. But Jules Holland, I think, is on piano on it. But yeah, nevertheless, a good, piece of its time that's worth looking at. Stiff, yeah, the the proper side of this sleeve is wrecked, so I thought I'd put it this way around. But Rachel Sweet, it was probably, what, 15 at the time. I remember there was a Sweet Stiff all-star kind of compilation that was put out by the Sounds magazine, and she was on it, so that's where I first heard this. So, but yeah, forget how old these are. 1978, she was about 15, but yeah, powerhouse vocalist, B-A-B-Y, Baby. Moving on into same year, I think actually, 78. Sham 69, nice to find this. It was like 50 pence in a random flea market or car boot find here with the nice, you don't always see the picture sleeve. Yeah, good. Let's go down the pub with nice graphics. Sleeve rather, with the famous British tankard glass there and the ashtrays you used to see everywhere, and the number 6 cigarettes, which were de rigueur in the 70s. This is probably my best find. Just found it yesterday, or Saturday actually, from the Great Rock and Roll Swindle. A number of singles were put out, including this one, L'Anarchy pour Lucas, which is Anarchy for the UK for you non-French speakers. But that is pretty comical, but worth buying for the B-side, which is a great version of Anarchy in the UK with Matlock on bass. I think it's probably from the Spunk sessions, but so Dave Goodman produced. Yeah, I love the French labels on these things. So this would have been 1979, I think. Yeah, one of the better singles from the movie. But I'm gradually kind of putting them all together. I think I showed something else last time, right? Let's get rid of that one. Then, as UK got bored with punk and tried to find the next thing, the mod scene, quite a few groups around this time, like the Chords, Purple Hearts, etc. The Lambrettas covered a song which has been covered many times. Poison Ivy. Right, this would have been 1980. Okay, but again, I'll pick it up if it's for a couple of pence, you know. This is an oddity. So, as the Stranglers, ran their course. So this is actually right after Black and White, I'm thinking. So it was around 1979, 1980. Jean-Jacques Burnel did some experimental stuff. He had his Euroman Cometh LP. He teamed up with John Ellis from the Vibrators. This is some kind of weird demo flexi disc that came with a Jean-Jacques Burnel or maybe Stranglers fanzine, but yeah, a bit odd actually. It's pretty rough. It's a demo, electronic art rock, I guess you'd call it. Again, not in the right sleeve, but I had a spare stiff sleeve kicking around. Madness baggy trousers. Surprising, one, how many singles Madness put out, and two, how many different labels they were on. But yeah, a great singles band clearly, and one of their better ones. I had this on 12-inch, but nice to find on 7. Radio Clash, which is probably the same track on both sides. But yeah, nice typical Strummer-esque growly vocals on it, and showed the transition from the Clash into their dancey kind of nascent hip-hoppy stuff that they were able to expand upon for Sandinista. I haven't seen this very often out there, but again, you can see it was 50 pence. Bought the 12-inch when it came out, loved it. But yeah, again, if I ever become a DJ, these are nice little 7s to have. Sleeve's seen better days, but I can maybe do some facelifting on it. This was in the same stack. The Say Hello, Wave Goodbye. Love all of these soft cell 7s. I don't think this is great, but it was Dennis Bovell and it's reggae, so I thought I'd pick it up. Pretty nasty, I think, but Bertie by Dennis Bovell. It's French and it's got a cool kind of graphic on the label, so I thought I'd pick it up. Joan, I Love Rock and Roll. Sadly, this is cracked, but I might do some surgery on it with some glue. I'll play it on my shitty turntable, so it won't ruin the stylus. But always good to have in the collection. Like it when people make their own sleeves. Whoever donated this had a go at making a little sleeve up. It looks like it's a DJ to me. Yeah, guilty pleasure. Shannon, Let the Music Play. You don't want to see my dad dancing to this one, but yeah, nice groove to it. Kim looking good here. I'm kind of up to 1986 already here. So Kim Wilde, Keep Me Hanging On. Again, good looking cover, put it that way. And yeah, not my favourite song from her, but nice to have nevertheless. Somewhat presciently, this is called Captain Sensible, Glad It's All Over. And I think it probably was all over for the Captain at this point. The B-side is horrendous. There was in the UK guys will know this. In the UK in the 80s, there was a phenomenon of a group called Jive Bunny who put all the Beatles stuff to a disco beat. It was called Stars on 45. The Captain had a go at that, so putting things like New Rose, Just Can't Be Happy Today, all their sort of singles to a disco beat. But does it work? I'm not so sure about that. Sticking around that time, 1984, Nickelow. Unfortunately, this wasn't in the sleeve because FB had some great sleeves. Like when you find any Costello or Low stuff, it's usually in a good sleeve, but that white sleeve will have to do for now. Love Mr. Low. Had a bit of soft spot too for Nana Cherry back in the day. So played the hell out of the Raw Like Sushi cassette. Again, I don't often see the 7-inch singles out there, so happy to have that one. This is also sadly cracked, so I'll have to do some surgery on it. Getting into indie land now. So this is what, 2003, I'm thinking. Nina Cherry was around, what, early 90s, I think, late 80s. Bit of a jump now to 2003, Bellin Sebastian. Again, very much of its time. You can see what they used to charge here for 7-inch singles, 99p, so like $1.20, $1.50 today's money. But yeah, catchy single and a video that hasn't dated well with a guy kind of leering at women in the office and etc. Probably the best find of the whole bunch. If I ever get to go live, this is it. Welsh Railway Sounds on a 33 1/3. Someone told me these are super collectible. I don't know how they are, but yeah, don't even know what year this is from, but nice artwork actually. That could probably be used for something else. There's plenty more, but that'll do. Kept it under a punchy 12 minutes. Yeah, that'll do for now. See you soon with more. Cheers, bye.